Hey everyone, I'm Big John, and welcome to another episode of the Diz Ability Show live. This week, coming to you from the Birches in beautiful Litchfield, Maine. So, this week, I want to talk about pool tips. So, of course, on most days in Florida, it can get really hot. So the pools are always a good idea. Now, if you're sensitive to large crowds or need a quiet place to swim, almost all of the hotels have a quieter pool. At my fave hotel, the Art of Animation, which we'll talk more about in a little bit, everyone makes a beeline for the big blue pool in the Finding Nemo area. But we love the Cozy Cone pool in the Cars area because it's more chillaxing and you never have to fight for chairs. And of course, at the Big Blue Pool, when they do the trivia and the guest games over there, everyone's shouting, it gets loud. So if you're noise sensitive and just want to relax, and if you're at a hotel that has a more quieter pool, you may want to make a beeline for that. So anyway, that's my tip. As always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. And now it's time for this week's Top 5. So the quick service at the hotels are a perfect place if you don't feel like going to a big restaurant, or if you want something quick before heading to the park. Hi, my dog. Hi, a dead rail player. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're just tuning in. We were just talking about the pools at Disney, especially the more quieter pools. And now we are about to go over my top 5 quick service locations at the hotels. Hi, Jetty. Now, number 5 is Contempo Cafe. Now, this is a great little spot in the Contemporary, right in front of Chef Mickey's. I'm not that big of a dog person, my dog. But the Contempo Cafe has some great stuff to get, some good flatbreads and a lot of good cookies and stuff. And it's more of an appetizer place if you think about it. All right, number 4, the Grand Floridian Cafe. Now this, of course, is in the Grand Floridian, and it's a great place to get some quick stuff if you don't want to go to like the nice. Where is Broken Boat? Hello, Russland. So if you don't have a reservation for 1901 Park Fair, the Grand Floridian Cafe is a great place to grab some stuff on the go. We have been there many times, especially to get like some cookies or some ice cream. Because remember, the Disney quick service locations are not fast food. It's good food made fast. Big difference. Number 3, Trails End at Fort Wilderness. So, Trails End is right next door to Pioneer Hall, where, of course, the Hoop-de-Doo review is. I'm good, Ruslan. And hello, Seville. Make sure you guys are subscribed, especially if you're big Disney fans. Okay, Ruslan, I get it. All right. So, Trails End is right next door to the Hoop-de-Doo review, and it's a great place to get some stuff on the go, especially some pizza, which you can take back to your campsite, which we have done with my uncle, who always brings his camper down to Fort Wilderness. Rusland, this week I am coming to you from the beautiful Birches in Litchfield, Maine. Anyway, number 2, Captain Cook's at the Polynesian. Now, this is another great place to stock up on, to get some stuff. We went into Captain Cook's during, no, America, Rusland. And so Captain Cook's is a great, I don't know what that means, Logan Storm. But anyway, Captain Cook's is a great place. We did it on a monorail dinner crawl, and we got some good desserts there. I forgot what they were, but it was good. You gotta love Captain Cook's. And my number 1 hotel quick service location. Hi, Deborah Hutto. I try not to snip shots. And my number 1 hotel quick service location, and this should not surprise anyone who has seen this channel. Hi, Sherika119. The Landscapes of Flavor at the Art of Animation. Now, of course, it is perhaps one of the biggest food courts on Disney property, and it is so wonderful. So many great food options to choose from. And of course, well, I am a content creator, but I wouldn't call my content small. But a whole lot of great food. And of course, it's Art of Animation, so there's a lot of concept art all over the place, which is fabulous. And it all fits the theme, because I love Disney animation, especially the classic Disney animation. It's so wonderful. So let me know in the chat or in the comments what your favorite hotel quick service location is. And now it is time for Diz or Dat. On both coasts, they have great cavalcades, which serve as like mini parades. At Disneyland, it's the Celebrate Happy Cavalcade, which is made to celebrate Disneyland's 70th anniversary. Yeah, it's good. It is good. With the Jonas Brothers song, Celebrate Happy. And at the Magic Kingdom, it's the Adventure Friends Cavalcade, which features a bunch of adventurous characters and the old Disney Cavalcade song, Vamos. So let me know in the chat or in the comments which cavalcade you prefer, Diz, Celebrate Happy, or Dat, Adventure Friends. And now it's Trivia time. So last week we asked which character sang how far I'll go. The correct answer was Moana. Congratulations if you knew the answer. And now here is this week's trivia time question. Now you have to be a classic Disney fan in order to know this one. What are the names of the title characters in The Fox and the Hound? Be the first one in the chat or in the comments with the correct answer, and you will receive 100 cool points. So this past week, Hollywood Studios has bid adieu to the current state of Animation Courtyard. As you know, the Animation Courtyard will be transforming back into the magic of Disney animation, which I think is great. The Little Mermaid show will continue to be open during this transformation. And of course, Star Wars Launch Bay is no more. It gone. And we're going to be getting a whole new Disney Junior show. Hello, Liz Evers. And I think Star Wars Launch Bay should have been gone a long time ago when Galaxy's Edge opened. Because we have Galaxy's Edge and Star Tours over on the other side of the park. We don't... It's kind of weird that they had another Star Wars thing on the exact opposite side. So I am glad what they're doing with this new area, with this big change to this area of the park. I of course am disappointed that they didn't decide to put Monsters Inc. Land there. Otherwise, we'd still have Muppet Vision. But I digress. But still, Hollywood Studios really need some new stuff there, especially, and of course, in a better world, we'd still have the Citizens of Hollywood and Muppet Vision 3D. A whole lot to add to my better world. But still, I am glad that, can't wait to see this new playground that they're putting in the park, and a whole lot of other things. And it's going to be weird not seeing the arch there as well. So anyway, that's our show. As I said, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets to do a future episode for this week's shoutouts. Make sure you guys check out my buddy Beth over at Beth's Disney Adventures. She does great live streams from the parks all the time. Definitely check her out. Also, make sure you guys check out Jessica and Lewis over at One Little Spark JL. And of course, on their Instagram, Jessica and Lewis, they do great content on both of those. Definitely check those out. Also, make sure you guys check out Justin Scard. He does great Random Land videos. Definitely check him out. Also, make sure you guys check out Micah Barnaby's channel, World of Micah. He does great content from not just the parks, but from a lot of other stuff in the country as well. Definitely check him out as well. If you haven't subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And ding the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time.